How's it going, boys? I know I haven't uploaded in around 7 months, but that doesn't matter. We're gonna be doing an Empires of History tier list video today, cause I want to get back into YouTube, and I'm a huge history soy boy. So, yeah, let's get right into it. So this flag here, this is the Angevin Empire, I think is how you pronounce it. And well, it was the closest thing you could have gotten to a Franco-British Union. But that being said, since it's the closest thing to a Franco-British Union, Franco-British Union is cursed. So we're gonna put it at maybe E. I'd put it in F, but I like France and Britain, but they just can't be mixed. All right. Speaking of France and Britain, no. Okay, no. I know what you're thinking. And the answer is no. This is not France. That comes later. This would be the Umayyad Caliphate. This thing right here, they decided to have a white banner, I think. That's what I found on Wikipedia, so we're gonna go with that. You gotta respect this, okay? I mean, look at the size of this. This is pretty respectable. It may be a caliphate, it may be Muslim caliphate, but I'm trying not to be biased because I am a very biased person when it comes to this type of stuff, empires. So I'm gonna try not to be biased, and I'm gonna put it at maybe a C tier, I say. All right, next up we have Belgium. And you may be saying, Kane, how is Belgium an empire? It's Belgium. And I would respond with, you're wrong to think that it's not an empire because it had the Congo as a colony. And if a nation has a colony, it's an empire. So it qualifies as an empire. And since I'm trying not to be biased, I am part Belgian myself. I would put it up here if I was being biased in this video, but I'm not. Since, it wasn't that much land that they took, I'm going to put it maybe at a D. All right, next up we have Mongolia, the Mongol Horde. Now, I think if you're interested in history and geography and all that, you probably know what the Mongol Horde looks like, so I don't have to bring up a map. It was pretty big. It was the second largest empire in history. I mean, let's be real here. But the problem with it is, I mean, it didn't survive too long. As soon as Genghis Khan died, the entire empire split apart, so we can't really put it up here anywhere. But they were very good warriors, I must say. So I'm gonna put it in the C tier. This horrible flag here, it was the Khmer. Khmer. And this is the Khmer Empire right here. Thailand, Laos, and Cambodia. That's pretty much it. But from what I see, it doesn't look very impressive, so I'm going to put it in D. Actually, E. Okay, now we're getting into the good stuff here. The German Empire. What's to say about the German Empire? It wasn't a long-lasting empire, I guess. It had a few colonies, nothing too impressive. It kind of got its ass kicked in World War I, but this was formed from Prussia. So, and Prussia has an extremely good military record. So I think I'll put it in B. Next up, we have the Netherlands, the Dutch. Now, if we're going from this map here, I mean, it's not too impressive. It's better than Belgium. They only had like 3 colonies here. They had Indonesia, they had Suriname, they have one little island right here, I believe. I'd say a little bit higher than Belgium. Not too impressive. All right, next up we have the Korean Empire. I don't exactly know when this was a thing, but this here's the greatest extent. I think I'll put the Korean Empire at like maybe a D, I'd say. This here's the Bulgarian Empire, and I have no idea. I made this empire tier list template around 2 weeks ago. So I forget which Bulgaria I put here. I don't know, D. All right, next up we have the Italy, World War II Italy, fascist Italy at its greatest extent. I mean, come on, Italy. Fascist Italy was such a failure. It deserves F. First F. All right, here we have the Empire of Brazil, but I'm not too educated on it, so I'm gonna put it in C, I guess. You're probably saying to yourself again, Kane, what the fuck is this flag here? Well, viewer that's probably not watching this video, this is Courland. Courland is it's a predecessor to modern day Latvia. Well, Courland had colonies, I don't know. They colonized in the Mediterranean, and I believe they had a colony in the Gambia. So, yeah. Alright, this empire here, this is Abyssinia. My bad, it's not Abyssinia, it's Ethiopia. E tier. Alright, now, the French Empire, the first French Empire, Napoleon Bonaparte the First, the good one. This was short-lived, but Napoleon Bonaparte was the greatest general in history. I mean, just look at this. In the short time it was lived, I mean, this is just beautiful. Come on, you can't say anything bad about the French Empire. I don't know if it deserves an S from an unbiased perspective, so I'm going to put it in A. Denmark. This doesn't look too impressive, does it? But you'd have to give them the Danish props. They did discover the New World first. Oh no. Probably the most, if not the most, one of the most memed empires. The Holy Roman Empire. It wasn't even holy, it wasn't Roman, it wasn't an empire. No. F. Okay, this is the Qing Dynasty, the last monarchy of China. I'm not too educated on how successful it was, but it did last for like 200 years maybe, and it was quite large. So I'm gonna put it in a C. All right, this here's the Timurids. I don't think it deserves F, but it doesn't deserve anything above E. Okay, this is Macedon, which I'm not too educated, but I think Alexander the Great, who was leading it, was a very good military leader, so I'm going to put it in C. This here's the Russian Empire. Yeah, C. Okay, Swedish Empire. Why? Alright, just ignore the fact that this is probably from some Arabic website. This doesn't look half bad. But I don't know. I'm gonna put the Swedes in D tier, I'd say. This here, I think this represents the North Sea Empire. The North Sea Empire is this thing here, which is horrible. I don't think anyone likes this, besides Viking soy boys. So, yeah, we're gonna put it in an E. Yeah, we're gonna put it in a E tier. All right, Portugal. It's not bad. It's got Brazil. That's pretty large. Yeah, we'll put Portugal at a. I feel like there's too many people down here. I don't know. I'm just gonna put it in the C. This here is the Mamluk Sultanate. We're just gonna get that out of the way. This is the Mali Empire. It's not too impressive map-wise, but this guy here, Mansa Musa, he was the richest man in history, so we gotta give him props for that. D. Oh no. Alright, I have a very bad, personally I have a bad opinion of Japan. But I'm willing to overlook this. It was pretty successful militarily. Their monarchy didn't perish, which, you know, that's alright. I think I'll put it at a high C, maybe. Yeah. All right, the Austria-Hungary. Technically just the Austrian Empire, if you want to call it that. This wasn't bad. I do like this. I think I'm gonna put it in B. Or the Eastern Roman Empire, if you want to be technical. I really like this empire too. It was pretty baller. If that's the term I'll use. I'll put it in B as well. Okay, this is the Ottomans. I mean, I think I'll put it in B as well. They did do well militarily, and I think it was just a good place to live in. Actually, just in general. Okay, this is the United States. This is like an unofficial empire, but I consider it an empire since it did have colonies. Liberia was like technically a colony, I guess. They have islands in the Pacific, the Philippines, which it still stands today. It's kind of falling apart due to recent events, but I'll put it in as a D. It didn't have too much. Not even a D, actually, an E. There we go. First Mexican Empire, I believe. Pretty based, if I do say so myself. C tier, my baby. British Empire. You can't talk shit about the British Empire. They conquered a fourth of the world. S tier. Okay, I don't even care if it's biased at this point. It's Britain. Okay. Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Not too educated. I think it was good. They defended Austria, Vienna from the Ottomans. So I'm going to put it right here, next to the Ottomans. Oh boy, Rome. If I want to be truly unbiased, I can't deny that they practically invented civilization. So, I can't. It'd be fair to not. It'd be fair to put them in like B or below. So, all right, and the last one we'll be ranking here, since I forgot what this one was, is the Spanish Empire. This here is the Spanish Empire at its greatest extent. I mean, come on now. You can't. Like, that's impressive. All right, we'll put Spain in a B tier. Now, I don't know what that is. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope I didn't make this too biased. I probably did, but whatever. It's a video to post, and I haven't posted in 7 months, so whatever. That's a video. Thank you for watching.